I went for a run. And it wasn't planned. It just happened. I'll explain. It's a lot more behind it than just like, oh, I should go for a run. And you just get up and you do it. Yeah. So, okay. It's a bit of a story, but I'll try and make it short. A lot of it went into it. So number one, I love to run. Number two, it's a lot of work to get back into shape. That's where I am, getting back into shape. So I knew that just moving my body was something that was going to be very impactful on the rest of what's going on in my world, right? So two books helped. So the first one is Atomic Habits by James Clear. You probably read it. You probably have heard of it. I dissected it a long time ago. So when I need to introduce a new habit, I follow his guidelines. The other one is called Wake Up by Lindsay, Teague, Moreno, which helped me narrow down which is what it was most important and what will have the most impact. And she has a Wake Up 100, so I'll show you, and then I'll explain, right? Wake Up 100. So the beginning of April, I decided that it was time. It was just time. It was time. So my 100 days, I was going to walk for 15 minutes, walk or run every day. Now, I know my life it can be chaos, and sometimes I don't feel good because of the gluten, right? So I am very forgiving of myself. So I started April 1st. I wrote it down. 9 out of 26 days, I did it for 19. So that's 73%. That's a B plus, is it not? I don't know. It's a solid B, whatever. Yeah, so this is what I did. My plan was every day I go on the treadmill 15 minutes. But then I get off the treadmill and I plank for as long as I can. And then I stretch. So this is what happened on day 26. Shocked and amazed. I was like, bleh, what? I didn't know what was going on, and I didn't know how to interpret that information. So, yeah. Anyway, this is what happened. I started to plank, and I think I went more than double planking. Okay, I started out at 10 seconds, and I don't even count. I don't even count the seconds. Doesn't matter. I'm not up to minutes. I count the seconds. But I'm sure I got to almost 45 seconds. And I was like, what? What happened? Like, what's going on? What's the next step? Like, I'm not going to plank for 2-3 minutes, right? But I probably will because I'm doing it for 100 days. So I'm like, okay, I'm probably ready for the next step. I'm probably fit enough to go for a run. So I'm like, no, can't be. It can't happen. It's not real. No. So the other thing that I am also learning to do is to meditate. And so I don't even have it here. I don't. So this meditation session on day 27 of my 100. So then I meditated with an intention, which was something about how do I lose weight fast and keep it off? Something like that. Yeah. So, little backstory. I also have my food in line. I'm eating properly for my body. and I'm drinking the appropriate amount of water for my body. So I had those two things going. I had my 100 days going. I'm on day 27. And so I start meditating about this intention, and screaming at me, my subconscious, was that I needed to go for a run. I needed to run. I needed to run. Like, it popped up. I don't even know. Because then it was like, oh, okay. So you just kind of take note of it and then you let it go. And then it would pop up again. And it would pop up again. And I can't count how many times this running thing popped up. Remember, I love it. So I'm done meditating and I'm like, I guess I'm going for a run. Right? And it was just like, okay, I'll get dressed. Okay, I'll find my hat. I found my music. Because I have to find this stuff because it's been so long since I ran. And then I was like, well, I need a goal, because that's a huge part of running. So my goal was, I was just gonna get outside and I was just gonna run comfortably for as long as I can. See what happens. And that'll set the bar for what happens on the other runs, right? I ran for over a kilometer. I think it was 1.2 kilometers, but I didn't have my Fitbit watch counting for me, so I really don't know. That's what I just think it is, right? Yeah, so I went for a run. And it was awesome. It was amazing. And I'm going to do it again. And again, and again, and again. And I'm like, what? So then I'm evaluating why this happened. And it's all those things came together. Food, water, the knowledge from those 2 books. And I put it into action. It wasn't perfect. And I don't intend to be perfect. But it was just like it all came together and the magic happened. So if I can have magic happen in my life, so can you. And your goal doesn't, your 100 days, whatever you want to call it, it doesn't have to be about running. It's about what is going to make the most impact on your entire life. If you follow the wake up plan, right? Yeah. So there you go, folks. If I can do it, you can do it. I can't believe I did it, because getting into shape is the hardest. And that's why I chose plank. Walking, because it's cardio, but the plank is probably what did it, right? Having a strong core. Stronger. I wouldn't say my core is strong. So I'm gonna do it, people. It's gonna happen. My 100 days are gonna happen. Today is the start of the rest of the 100 days. There we go. The books are so helpful. I will put the links somewhere below, comments, description. You'll find it. So helpful. There you go. Go to your library. I'm sure, well, I don't know if Wake Up is there, because it's even hard to find on Amazon. So that's why I think the link is helpful. Because it's her one and only book, right? So she's working on another one. I don't know what it is. But there you go, folks. You too can make it happen.